Hi guys, welcome back to the Burnley save. Hello Ethan, how are you doing my friend? I'm not quite sure if I've got a good enough connection to do this today. If we don't have a good enough connection, I think possibly the best thing to do might be to abandon it. I don't know if you're actually getting a good signal at the moment. What my stream status is saying that it's very poor, which is such a shame because I was looking forward to this today. Let me know, guys, what's actually happening your end so that I can try and address this. I don't know if there's anything I can do. I'm not sure that it's my end. The speed check this end seemed to be okay. It might be at YouTube's end. We shall have to see. Let me know. At the moment, it's saying that it's poor, that YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So I don't know. At the moment, I've got Ethan here, but it's actually showing me that you've not. On mine, it's not actually showing the stream as started yet. I'm still on the starting soon screen. So I don't know. But it seems to be doing well there, Ethan. Okay, that's cool. We'll carry on. We'll go for it. So we do have to play. We have to put a run of form together. It's been a bit patchy. We do well in one game and we then falter in the next game, and it's a bit like that 0-0 draw against Huddersfield. We should be on a run here. If we're going to put any pressure at all on Norwich, we've got to get ourselves into a run of green dots here, a run of victories, and we have good fixtures to be able to do it. Wigan, Hull, Blackburn. Should be able to do it with those. Wigan, bottom of the table. Blackburn, where are Blackburn? In 10th, and Hull, where are Hull? Hull quite high up in the table, where are Hull? Hull in 17th. So we've got a run of fixtures that should allow us to put a run of fixtures together. And I can't see Norwich faltering. It's just a case of keeping ahead of the teams below us and keeping hold of the second place spot. We can't win the title. There are just 11 games left to go. Norwich are 13 points ahead, and unless Norwich go into the worst run of form that they've ever had, then we're not going to be doing we're not going to be winning the championship. But it only takes 2 or 3 games that they lose, and suddenly, if we've won ours, it could all turn around. Who knows what's going to happen in the world of FM? Again, I went to excellent in terms of stream health, but it's now gone to poor. And it's back to excellent again. So I think it's going to be that kind of day, and we're not going to get the good stream that I was hoping for. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those relegation team curses. You're quite right. I do struggle to beat teams who are below us in the league. I don't understand why. And really what you should do, just go and play your game. Don't worry about the opposition. And then make adjustments as and when you see fit. Identify, of course, if they have any strong players, if they have any players in form, and do what you need to do with those. But I can't see that Wigan have anything really that they could cause a problem with. They're just going to play direct counterattacks. So they're going to sit back and they're just going to allow us to come forward, and then they will break as quickly as possible and try to exploit the space behind. But the way we're playing, hopefully there shouldn't be any space behind, because we've got both wing backs on a support duty, so they're going to start fairly deep, and their starting position should be around there for both of them, and they're not going to be willy-nilly bombing up and down these touch lines, but they're going to wait until we have a decent opportunity before they go forward. That's the idea of playing them on a support duty. I'm actually going to switch them for today onto fullbacks on support, so they start even deeper than what they normally would, and so that it should nullify the direct counter attack, and the rest of the team can just play how we play, and hopefully we can go and score some goals. And as we know, that is the issue. Daily Saturday. I hope, yeah, we can go for an hour and a half on Saturdays, Ethan. I'm actually really enjoying doing them, and I've got a space here, so why not? I've actually been working on a new project. I'm working on something called Man versus Machine, which is going to be a much more up-tempo rock-style music, where I'm going to be playing with West Ham for the first. I'll do one season with each team. You guys can choose the team. And then the computer game will control one game. So in this first episode, I'm playing Manchester United as West Ham. And the computer game will play them first. And then I've got another save as me, and I will play them. And then at the end, we're going to tot up who's done better, the game or the humanoid. And we're working on that now. I'm making the templates. It's all robotic and fun, I hope. And should be around about 12-minute videos. Once I got the templates done, I could do those daily, because it's just playing one game a day and popping what comes out into the templates. So hopefully that's going to take off within the next few days. But I got a free hour and a half here on a Saturday. There's no I think there's no football that people can watch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, so why not fill that space? Yeah, I had a really very, very slow patch in terms of channel growth. It's been very, very slow, and subscribers don't really matter at this point in time. View time is what matters. My watch time has gone down, and I don't think people are watching the Benfica save as much as I thought they might. People are not really interested in Benfica. I think they just want to have a Premier League team and focus on the English game rather than the foreign team. So I'm not having much luck with Benfica. So overall, I was actually losing a lot of subscribers for a while, Ethan, and I think YouTube was having a clear out of dead subscribers, as a lot of subscribers came over when somebody posted about my channel on Reddit, and then they all came over and said hello and then never watched again. So they're like dead subscribers, and there's about 800 of them. And now that they're gone, YouTube is obviously deleting dead subscribers. So I was losing so many, and the ones that I was gaining weren't enough to actually make the channel grow. So hopefully we can go back into some growth now. And I'm hoping Man versus Machine will enable some growth, because it's a lot more up-tempo, that one. A lot less of me talking and waffling, and much more to do with detail. And it's all very sharp, very swift, very quick, and cuts from one thing to another very quickly. So I'm hoping that people will get into that. Who knows? We keep trying. But thank you, Ethan, for popping in, because you are like the stable viewer of the live streams. I guess you like watching people play live. Is that a fair assessment, Ethan? You just enjoy people suffering when they're playing live? So let's have a look at this weekly staff meeting. Attacking movement training for Bastion. Okay. Could do with attacking training. Shooting training for Cullen. I'm absolutely in favour of that. He's probably the worst shooter in the business. Zauri. No longer a weakness. Pace acceleration. I think he's probably grown as far as he's going to go there. So we could stop that. Luke McNally. Yeah, let's do that. Therese Campbell's game would improve if he started knocking the ball past the opponent. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't see that as a great trait to actually train players with. Corner King would work well with stopping coaching, as it's better shot stopping. Okay, we'll do that. Corner King isn't suited to... Okay, I think we should extend... You're having a laugh. Extend Nathan Teller's loan. Would you do that? You're having a laugh, Sunshine. Harwood Bellis, yeah, I think we probably should be looking. But what I'm going to get here, I know, is this message that say, which club does he play for? I can't remember. We're going to get this message that Manchester City would prefer him to go out somewhere else. I think that's probably a good plan, but we'll try it to extend it anyway. Zauri's a little annoyed about low technical attacking. I've just changed that. I'm a little annoyed with Zauri as well for not playing very well. But so fair enough, we're even. And it's been very pleasing. Okay, yeah, whatever. Player progression. Zauri starting to progress. Connor Roberts is progressing okay. Injury has hampered him, but that's okay. And that Muric is not getting on well with his teammates. Scott Twine is an influential player. It's a shame he's not showing it on the pitch. And the manager support is good. Matt Lowton's game has declined. He was just bigging him up just now. Ashley Barnes has diminished. I've got no time for Ashley Barnes. Josh Cullen has improved. Well, hopefully his shooting will improve as well, because that is something that is really beginning to annoy me. I don't know any of these boys, young kids. Scott Twine has been developing well. He's got four-star potential, and yet recently he's been absolutely shocking. If we look at his recent form, it's been absolutely dreadful. He did get a 7 last time out. Yeah, he's not been that bad, I suppose. But overall, not too happy with any of them. Egan Riley is going to be a good player. He's 20 years old now, and I think maybe we got to start giving him some starts. One that he's not very good at crossing. His dribbling is awful. He's a defensive fullback, but could probably do a support duty with no crossing, no dribbling. Just getting him to pass it to short to someone. Take fewer risks. He probably could do a support duty like that, but he's still got lots of development. I think what maybe we could do is start that development now and go and look at... I don't want him to focus on his strength. Let's start working on his dribbling, his crossing. Let's start working on his crossing or his dribbling. Which one shall we go for? Where would his dribbling come? Where does that come under? Attacking movement. It's ball control, isn't it? So, well, yeah, let's work on his ball control, dribbling technique, first touch. Let's get those up if we can. That might be a better thing than working on his strength. We should be doing more strength training for this squad in the new year, because they're not the strongest of teams. No, he hasn't been playing really well that warrants a pat on the back. Luke McNally, good game, bad game, good game, bad game. So it doesn't warrant playing really well. I don't need to worry about that yet. Okay, so let's try and extend the loan. We're not going to be able to do it. They feel that Tyler Harwood-Bellis should be tested in a different environment, and prefer not to do anything right now. Fine, not a big deal. I suspected that... How did you rage when Brighton got a 99 minute? I I fully expected it, Ethan. I fully expected United to lose in that game. I don't know why. I was just waiting for it to happen, and I was following along with it on my phone. And when I realised that we weren't putting our chances away, I thought, "Hello, this is a chance for Brighton." And sure enough, I don't think I raged. Man United are not good enough to be Champions League team yet. That's my assessment of them, and I'm sticking to that. And there's no point in us being in the Champions League if they're not going to perform very well. However, if we have a good summer transfer window, because the squad is lacking depth, we're going to have to bring in 4 or 5 players. If that happens, then maybe, just maybe, we might... look at all these injuries that are happening now because I've got an easy team to play. Harwood Bellis is out now. And just for that game. Isn't that strange? This game is relentless. Yeah, I mean, it was a silly thing to do. I don't, Ethan, and I'm annoyed with them. I'm annoyed with them defensively completely. They lose concentration. There are like 10, 15-minute periods of the game where the whole defense just loses concentration, and that's a big issue for them. And I don't know what else I can say. I wouldn't want them to be in the Champions League next year without 4 or 5 new players coming in. I mean, he might get his way now, my assistant. He once been wanting Kirkin playing at centre-back, but I'm not going to allow that, I don't think. We'll have McNally and Bayer at centre-back, and then I will put Lowton. Lowton can come on. Where is Lowton? Egan Riley can come on to the bench. And where's Lowton gone then? Ah, there he is. So Lowton can come in as the fullback. Bastian and Balick, no. Problem with this save is I don't really know. He wants Maatsen to play instead of Kirkin. Ashley Westwood. He doesn't like Christian Balick. But I'm going to put... he never wants to play Balick. We paid a lot of money for Balick, and he's playing quite well. He just doesn't like him. I'm going to put Balick as the DLP, and then we'll put Westwood in as centre mid. And then on the bench, we'll have Kevin Long, Egan Riley, Maatsen, Bastian, Josh Cullen. Let's put Josh Cullen in there. Bastian instead of Rodriguez, Brownhill, Zauri, and who else have I got here? Dervisoglu. And that's not that's Hedalazio. Where's Dervisoglu? He's on the wing. Where's Vitinho? Injured. Cherlinoff injured. He's going to be out for another 2 weeks. Roberts out for 2 weeks. Vitinho out for 2 weeks. Big players that I need. And we are not in form. I don't know where they're getting this from. We don't look like we're in form. We've last 4 games. Okay, we've won 3, drawn 1. But that draw was absolutely shocking. Yeah, Shaw is... He probably... he's a bit like Dyer of Tottenham. He's not really a centre-back, but can play well as a wide centre-back. And that would be a role that suits Shaw pretty well. The problem with Shaw is he's not great in the air, so he's never going to be a good centre back, because a centre back's job is to win the ball in the air by and large, and he's never going to be. He's more of an attacking player than he is a defensive player, so it's never going to be a centre back in a four-man back line, but he'll be a very good wide centre back in a back five or a back three. So yeah, I agree with you. I do believe they are going to sell Harry Maguire. I hope this summer we pick up a few quid for him, then it'll be worth it. I don't see we're going to get our 80 million back. That's for sure. I do believe, though, they are going to sell Maguire. Dreadful, dreadful player. Okay, so Dervisoglu, he needs to play properly. I don't see the point in criticising Rodriguez. I don't want him hanging around. Norwich have drawn against Sunderland. Interesting. So we can go to beat Wigan, and we will go to within 11 points. So at least that'll be better than 14 points. But we definitely need to match the expectations here. We need to get a win here. We have to get a win against Wigan. I really don't want to prepare too much for Wigan. We should be much stronger than them. Let's just go to the data hub, see if we can find anything. And under a lot of pressure, they're very average in terms of possession. They're not great in terms of possession. Lose the ball about as regularly as everybody else. Win the ball about as regularly as everybody else. And Wigan are very low scoring and low non-penalty XG. They're not a very creative team, in other words. Shinnie, who is Shinnie? He's just an average player. It's saying he's performing very well. Shinnie is plays as a Carrilero, so he's just going to shuttle back and forth. He's not going to be too much of an attacking threat, but could be someone we need to worry about who can play these long balls, through balls. And you can see one example there. They play very into that space. They're not a great team, to be perfectly frank. Anything else I can pick out from them? I don't know. If we have a look at their scout report, it's probably not going to tell me much. Charlie Wyke. Who is he? Not even mentioned. Who is Charlie Wyke? Forward. He's been in good goal scoring form of late. They have good work rate and the finishing isn't bad, but they can't create by the look of it. No pace, which is interesting for a counter-attacking team. They don't have any pace. They're not creative. They don't have the best vision. They don't anticipate situations very well. Decisions are poor. First touch is poor. That means we should close them down. Composure and first touch is really poor. We really got to get at them. Passing is poor. So yeah, close them down. That's what we've got to do. Trigger press them. Get in their face. Force them. Leave them the channels. They're not very good at crossing. Dribbling isn't any good. So yeah, closing them down would be the right thing to do. And just tight mark the most creative person that they have. They're not very brave, so we can get stuck in. So I think basically get stuck in, trigger press much more often. We don't want to do anything with that. Counter press, yeah, absolutely. Keep the tempo high. They're not going to press us, so we can play out from the back. And maybe we'll be looking at be more expressive if we can't get the goal. And I think that's it, really. We just want to make sure we take out their main men. Who do you think has been better for the last 6 games? Gakpo for Liverpool or Rashford? Difficult. I mean, I think Rashford's a very good player. He's just his composure is, for me, is what is suspect. If I was rating him for composure on FM, I'd put him down to 12 or 13 for composure. Rashford, he just like doesn't seem. He's like got a panic in him. Sometimes he will panic, and I will start balanced actually. Strong and resilient. Okay, I'll take your word for it. So yeah, let's really get in their face. That's what I really want to do with this team, is to actually get in their face. Jamie Jones, the goalkeeper, no pace. He's not very brave. So let's close him down. We've got a forward there who is capable of closing down. And then Ryan Nambi has a bit of pace, but weak left foot. So we'll just turn him onto his left foot. Whoops, wrong one. This one. Turn him onto his left foot. And the other wing back, I think we'll close him down right foot. Close him down and right foot. Tom Naylor, what kind of a player is he? He's a good tackler. He's not the most creative in the world. He doesn't have any pace. His dribbling is poor. He's just there to sit at the base of the midfield. He's not actually going to do anything. I think we just close him down and put him onto his left foot. He's not really a great threat as such. Probably one of these is going to be the creative player. He's not great at creativity. He's not very brave. I think we should hard tackle him and close him down. That should be enough for max power. Close him down, hard tackle him. And Shinnie is probably the player. He's the Carrilero, isn't he? He's going to play as the Carrilero. I think he's probably the one that we should tight mark. Just take him out of the game. Tight mark him. Just to, yeah. Should we hard tackle him? No, he's quite brave and he's quite strong. We'll just tight mark him. And then the two forwards, Ashley Fletcher, reasonable, 6'2". I think, yeah, we'll just, for the moment, because he's quite tall, we'll just turn him onto his left foot. He's a bit too tall and strong. And then Will Keane, he's probably the faster of the two. Nope, he's very slow as well, but he's, again, very tall. So he's not a good candidate for tight marking. I think I'm going to hard tackle him left foot. We have players who could take both of those out. It looks like they're both going to be playing. One might be playing as a pressing forward on attack, and one might be playing as an advanced forward on attack. So these two guys are going to have to play very well today. Make sure that they actually can do a job on those players. Players are fairly happy with the setup. Who do you think is better? Ethan, do you think it's Gakpo or Rashford? Ashley Fletcher, go hard when tackling. No, there was a reason why. We're favourites for a reason. I've got to be hard on this team today. We should win this. Give us an edge. Go out and win it. And we are going to be kicking off. And normally, if there's a highlight from the kickoff, the ball gets turned over. Are we going to turn the ball over or hold on to it? We want to release it quickly. We don't want to be messing about with it. We want to be distributing the ball really quickly. You can see how deep they are. They're defending very deep. This is what we expected. And they're just going to try and stop us getting into dangerous areas in there. We need to score early on to settle all the nerves and then open them up, because then they will have to come out at us. And they're not really causing us any problems, but then we are not causing them any problems at the moment. It's pretty much a stalemate. And Twine has a free kick. My word, whoever was in that wall will have a bit of a headache after that. That ball rocketed off his head. Whoever that was, let's get into his face. He's going to be a bit dazed and confused. And the ball's come out. Dervisoglu, come on. Oh, was he taken out, referee? Nope, referee's saying no. I think we need to tell Bayer to come off the tackles a little bit, because he's already on a yellow card. That's not very good of him. And once again, poor first touch let us down. Twine has a free kick, though. Let's get it into the box. Headed out, easily defended. Comes out to Kirkin. Kirkin going wide. Low cross now. Turns, delays it. Low cross we're looking for. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what is going on here. That was awful. That was really awful. I'm going to take out, work the ball into the box for a little while. There's a ball into the box. We still can't score. This Burnley team is so frustrating. It really is the most frustrating team that I've ever managed. How do you get them to score goals? And it's still not going in. And we definitely need to win this one. We cannot afford to draw this game. I'm going to go positive now. We've got to try, when we're not getting anything from Wigan, we've got to try and take the game to them. And we do have a free kick. Bayer looks for Westwood. Kirkin, ball over the top. Campbell's in, and he still can't score. Another chance. 21 minutes gone. We've had all the chances, but we still can't get it in the back of the net. Westwood with the corner. To the near post, over the top. I'm going to go attacking. We've got to get more bodies forward, because that's the only way I can think of that we're going to score goals. We've got to get the ball into the box quicker. We can't afford to dilly-dally. What I might do, actually, is put the tempo to higher. Let's really zip it about now. See, that's not good enough. Teller down the right-hand side. What have you got? Good cross. That's better, but we didn't get on the end of it, but that's much better. Westwood. It's all Burnley, but we're still struggling to get that goal. Come on, Kirkin. What is he doing? He doesn't like crossing, does he? Bayek. There's a chance again. Another wasted opportunity. Kirkin. Player instructions. I'm going to tell him to cross more often. Just get it into the box. He's dilly-dallying there. Another corner to the near post, headed out. Wigan have a chance to counter-attack. Always dangerous when you're playing attacking. But hopefully we have stifled that little break they were thinking about. They're totally nothing in them. We just can't score goals. We're attacking now. I'm going to put the wing-backs on attack now. They might as well get up there then, because Wigan are not causing us any problems at all. Come on, boys. And here's Campbell. Campbell has finally scored. Campbell has finally scored. Are you still there, Ethan? Oh, yeah, you got kicked out, I think, Ethan, did you? Finally. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We have taken the lead. And finally. Good ball by Twine at last. Starting to look like a team. You think Gakpo at the moment? Yeah, Liverpool are a team on the up. They're in form. And I'm going to take the fullbacks now off the attack duty. Oh, they are off the attack duty. But, oh, come on. You're not going to let Wigan do that, really, FM. Please. And I'm going to go back to positive and just be wary of the counter-attacks. It's a good result at the moment because Middlesbrough are not doing too well by the look of it. Middlesbrough are losing to Swansea. And Cardiff, are Cardiff playing? They are drawing up Preston. So that's a big game, Preston and Cardiff. And that, if we can hold on to this and win this game, we'll go 5 points clear of third place. This could be a big win if we can hold on to it. And get more goals. Come on, Kirkin, I've told you, get the ball into the box. Lovely cross. Brilliant goal by Campbell. What a manager. What a manager. Telling him to cross it more often. I mean, I noticed that he was taking the ball to the byline and turning all the time. This time he didn't go to the byline. He zipped it in. Campbell. Brilliant goal. Finally, maybe that's what I need to do with my fullbacks, is to stop them going to the byline and just cross more often. That may be the secret. So it's Burnley 2, Wigan 0. We are in control of this game. Wigan have had nothing to offer at all. And hopefully now we will just hold on to this. Ivanisevic. Maybe I'll have a look for him after. We'll have a look. Ivanisevic, see if he's on the database. That's a lovely ball. Dervisoglu has a chance. Dervisoglu's made it 3-0. This is more like it. I think maybe we've got to pass the ball quicker as well. Since I put them on a higher tempo, then they are actually passing the ball around a little bit better, creating space by not hanging on to it. And there's Dervisoglu. A bit lucky, but we'll take it. 3-0. It's one of those games. One of those games, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll have a look for that player in a moment. Ivanisevic. Luka Ivanisevic. So now all we got to do is not do anything silly. Strange how the assistant managers that I've had, they are all very cautious managers. I mean, he wanted me to start in... we had got this poor streaming error. Campbell over the top. Can Campbell get it into the box? It's into the box, no support. Comes out to Teller. Get a cross in, don't dilly-dally. Again, turned, looked for support. Bayek to Teller. Back to Bayek. Now Teller's looking to dribble. Maybe I need to tell him to dribble less as well. Ball into the box. Where's Teller? Maybe he needs to dribble less. Yeah, he's on a dribble more. Inverted winger support. He's on a dribble more. I want to have a look at Teller. Yeah, it's saying poor on my status here. Picture on my screen there looks absolutely terrible. Looks like it's streaming at about 240. It's saying very poor now. Teller. He's dribbling too much. Oh. Wide midfielder. Let's try him as a wide midfielder. And then we can get him to dribble less, shoot less often, take fewer risks, cross more often. Let's try him as that. We've got nothing to lose here in terms of the result. And we've had a lot of shots on target. Good. Now let's go and make some more of it. Got to be also very careful that that Wigan don't change their system. And one of the hardest things to do is to work out whether or not they've changed their system, whether they're going to play more, less direct, pass it around, whatever they're going to do. But we are still in control of this game. Wigan really haven't offered anything. Ball into the box doesn't go anywhere. Should be cleared up by Teller. I wonder if it's just a change of role for Teller that'll make him play better. And Westwood to Bayer, Kirkin. He's still dribbling a little bit too much. But then he didn't really have much option. He was a bit isolated, didn't have support. Long ball over the top again, which they are trying, but nobody was getting on the end of it because we are pressing them back. And Dervisoglu, that's better. Get him a ball in quickly. That's much better. I like that. And Bayer picks up the ball. Teller playing now as a playmaker. Nice ball into the box. That's better. Oof, header just goes over the crossbar. Yeah, stream is back to excellent now, thankfully. I think it's just going to be one of those days, up and down a bit. And here we are, 50 minutes gone, Burnley 3, Wigan 0. I didn't think I would be seeing this, but finally we might have worked out how to score goals. Get the fullbacks crossing it quicker. Bayer looking for Kirkin. Now, don't dribble, cross it. That's better. Get it into the box. Another header, it's well saved. Cross wasn't very good. And Kirkin, let's have a look at what we can do with him. I'm going to get him to dribble less. Don't dribble the ball, just cross it. Get it into the box. And 56 minutes, Burnley, Wigan still not doing anything to hurt us very much. Nobody's really playing very well. We're dominating possession, we're dominating chances. We're good enough for our lead, I think. And let's get some more. That's what I want. I want some more. But here come Wigan. They're going to get a sneaky goal now. Nice block. Kirkin back to Muric. Good, we're playing well, defending well, attacking well. Let's make some changes now. Ashley Fletcher is a bit of a nuisance as well. So let's go and have a look at Ashley Fletcher. Curtis Tilt, we don't need to worry about him. Let's type mark Ashley Fletcher, especially as he's tiring. Let's get someone on him. And Graham Shinney has come off. So where is Curtis Tilt playing? He's going to play here. Interesting. Possibly he's a fullback rather than a... But let's make some changes. Let's get some fresh legs. Let's give Farrell, Egan Riley a game at fullback. See if he can fulfill his potential. We're going to play him as a fullback on support. Not do anything silly. We'll bring on... Change the midfield, give them a rest. We'll bring on Brownhill. Brownhill for Teller, I think. And Cullen for Westwood. And then Matson. Yeah, he can play on this side. So let's bring on Matson. Attacking midfielder, could play him on the wings, 24 years old. We'll look him up in a minute. We'll see if we can find him. And yeah, let's bring Bastian on as well. Let's shore up the midfield and the flanks and bring some fresh legs on. And see the game out, because at the moment we're totally dominating things. Wigan have made a few substitutions. We'll have a look at those in a minute. We don't want any super subs. Dervisoglu. Let's get it into the box. No messing about. Cullen is always a big worry. Shooting from distance, but now it's Bastian. And lacks composure, I think. It's a composure thing. They're just not composed when they get on the edge of the box. Totally dominated the game. Wigan are pressing more down the right hand side. Is it because the fullback's on attack there? Let's put him on a support duty, stop that attack down the right. Cardiff have gone ahead at Preston. That's a bad result, isn't it? What was the other one we were looking at? Middlesbrough are still losing at Swansea, but Cardiff have gone ahead, which means we're only 3 points clear of Cardiff. And coming up to the last few minutes, we do have a corner, which Brownhill will swing to the near post. And it comes back out to Brownhill. He's going to take a shot, as he knows he's going to just muck up. He's just going to screw it up. And we've got players back. We've got 5 players back. They don't have anyone up front. And we should be able to stifle that counter-attack out. And what more? I can remember him, like when I was doing my Portsmouth save a couple of years ago. What more? I think he was playing for Portsmouth. And there's a counter-attack. Campbell's in. Can Campbell make it 4? Yes, he can. Burnley 4, Wigan 0. Campbell second of the game. Counter-attack. They came out at us and left space at the back. First time they've actually left space at the back. Campbell's pace took him through. Lovely chip over the goalkeeper. 4-0. With just 5 minutes to go, it's game over. Yeah, okay, we know he's not offside. He looked clearly onside to me. We've totally dominated Wigan. At last, we've beaten a team from the bottom of the league, and that's good news. Will be nice to put a little run of games together, especially if Norwich dropped a point today. If they can drop 3 points next, let's try and put some pressure on them. There's going to be another highlight. And Wigan are just playing it long. We've picked up the loose ball, but that's it. It's full time. It's 4-0. I'll take that. That's a good result. We've totally hammered them. Therese Campbell, 9.5. Awesome. Did he have a hat-trick, or did he just get 2? I thought he only got 2, but he might have got 3. He got a hat-trick. Therese Campbell with a hat-trick. Brilliant. Nice to have a forward. And yeah, you would be disappointed. And let's send the assistant. I don't like to go to those. Egan Riley. How did he get on? Did they get a rating? Yeah, he got a 6.8, so he did really well. But they were a poor team, Wigan. Very, very poor team. So what did I do in game to change that? Kirken. I took off Cross from the byline. I put Cross more often. And I'm going to take fewer risks. And I'm going to put on dribble less. And then hopefully he'll just cross the ball. I want him to sit narrower. And then Lowton. I don't want him taking risks either. Shoot less often, sit narrower. Oops, tell him to cross more often. Cross more often. Dribble less. Take fewer risks. Just get the ball into the box. I think that's what we need our full-backs to be doing. Just cross it from there instead of getting down here and we slow it down. It's awful. Just get it in the box. And then Teller, did he play well enough to? We'll try that as a. Maybe we'll try that as a wide midfielder on support. Brownhill would be better to play there. So if you put Brownhill in there, probably a better option as a wide midfielder on support. Yeah, he's probably a much better option. Just control things from there, and he will also then go into these areas, which should be kind of cool. Backing up Twine. I still think he'd be better playing as a shadow striker. Let's keep him as a shadow striker. He's got dribbling, finishing, first touch, passing's good, vision's good. He's got everything apart from anticipation. That's the only thing he's lacking. And he's got everything else that a shadow striker needs. Interesting player. But maybe his anticipation isn't very good. But that was a good win. That was a very, very good win. If we have a look at the schedule. Let's have a look at the schedule. I don't know why this is doing this. So in the last 1, 2, 3, for 5 league games. We've won 4 and drawn 1. I guess that's pretty good. And there's not much more you can ask of a team. And Norwich are top because they just keep winning. And that's why they are 11 points clear, because they're not losing any games. So hopefully in the next game against Hull, who are also struggling. Yeah, long range shots are not good. It's because we don't have anybody who can take long range shots. That's why I want the fullbacks, I think, to get the ball into the box fast as possible. We also, when we were looking at this, we upped the tempo a little bit, didn't we? We did that. And that worked pretty well. We didn't do anything else, did we? We don't need that. Yeah, we were pressing much more often. We are a good pressing team. We should be able to press teams. And, oh, some lovely, lovely pickings here. I'd love to be able to buy João Pedro. Who's this geezer? 11 to 13 million. He looks like a very useful player. Looks like a very useful player. Oh, by 11 million. I think we'll get budget when we go into the Prem. We'll have money to spend, so let's put him on the short list for 6 months. He looks like a 19-year-old brilliant player. Could become... Oh, yeah, Luka Ivanusek. Let's go to... Luka Ivanusek. It's not coming up with anything. Luka Ivanusek. No results found. Have you spelt it right, Ethan? Nah, it's not really coming up with anything. Luka. Maybe he's just not loaded into my database. Possibly, because this is still in the, I think this is going back to Luka, is it? Oh, okay. Luka Ivanusek. Luka Ivanusek. No, nothing. Found nothing. Luka. No, he's not there. Nothing. Yeah, it's possibly just not loaded. What nationality is he? This probably looks like he's Croatian or Serbian, is he? So I haven't got the leagues from there loaded in, but they will obviously have some players. Yeah, I haven't got that league loaded in. They'll have some players, obviously, that the scouts will find, but they're not going to have all the players from that league. So that's just bad luck. It was worth a try, though. Hull are not a bad team, certainly better than Wigan. Focus on their weaknesses, not very good decisions, don't have stamina. That means they're not going to be very good at pressing. Can't tackle, aren't very strong. This is a game we should be getting stuck in. We definitely should be getting stuck in here. So they can't tackle. They're not going to be able to press, so we can play out from the back. Not very strong. Concentration is poor, so we could probably close them down. What they are good at is passing. They are quite a creative team. And we have a advanced playmaker here who might be quite a good player. And he's very fast, isn't he? So quite a creative team, good passing, good vision. Good first touch. Good dribbling. So maybe we don't want to close them down too much. So maybe we want to just come off that a little bit. We'll come off the trigger press a little bit. Good dribbling, good passing. No, I think we should do more often. Let's strike a balance. I don't think that they're a very good team. I think they're a team that we should be beating. Especially now we're getting on this run of form. Matt Doherty is going to sign for Burnley as a new right back. He's a good player, Doherty. Must be getting old now though, Ethan. How old is he now? Against offering him a contract. We're away, but I still want to take this game positively. I don't want to... How are they going to play, Hull? How are they going to play? They're going to play possession stuff. Well, yeah, they are good passers, good dribbling. Look to play out of defence, but I think they're going to sit back. They're not going to press us. I don't think we've really got much to worry about. We should have a look to see who their players in form are. Goalkeeper's playing well. That's not a good sign. Jacob Greaves is playing well. Defender. Christie is playing well. Creative. So Christie's someone we need to worry about. They were under pressure and they completed a lot of passes, especially down the left. So we want to be very... That's where Greaves plays. We need to take Greaves out of the game. And we should be okay. He looks like their pivot. Bayer, he wants him to go to fullback. Have we got players fit again? Harwood Bellis not back in training yet. I'm going to go with this team as it stands. It served us well last time. Why change it? No need to make any changes. Press conference we've done. Duck from Aberdeen. Let's have a look for him then. He must be in here. D-U-K. Duck Aberdeen. Was he 23 years? We'll scout him. Let's scout him, see what comes up. It's very good pace. But looks pretty mediocre in every other department. But his pace is frightening. So we'll have a look at him. He's only got finishing of 12, composure 12. I don't know if he's going to be... I mean, I'm looking to go to Premier League. He's not going to be able to play well in the Premier League. And let's have a look at some of these results. Middlesbrough won, so they are back on our tails now. Nobody else played, really. Preston lost to Rotherham. 3-0. Sunderland... Middlesbrough, QPR. QPR drew. Did Cardiff play? No. So QPR lost a bit of ground. Hi Carla, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Duck is a former Benfica player, is he? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Didn't look at his career history. Let's have a look. DUK. What do we got? Duck. How you doing, Carla? I mean, he's not like finishing 11, composure 10. He's nowhere near going to survive in the Premier League. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, he's Benfica B. Played for the Benfica first team for 3 years and then just slipped down into the B team before moving to Aberdeen. Yeah, how did you know he was a Benfica player? People know things I've got absolutely no clue about. Absolutely no clue. Expectations are only to draw, probably because we're away and we're not playing as well as people want us to. But I think we should win this game. And that's why I want to go into it positive. Connor Roberts churling off, Coutinho not fit. Does that mean Harwood Bellis is fit? Yes, it does. So Bellis can come in here. Bayer can come in on the as the right back. Defence looks very solid. Howard Bellis, McNally. I think McNally is going to be a very good player. He's forced his way into this team. Campbell's your man in form. Assistant wants to go to cautious. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Mr. Assistant. I tell you what I will do. I'll go to balanced to begin and see where we go from there. But I'm not going to cautious against a team like Hull. And they are going to sit back again. Be problematical. Cyrus Christie, we know he's going to be an issue. But he's not pacey, so we can close him down, put him on his left foot. And if necessary, if he is being a bit of a nuisance, we'll tight mark him as well. But for now, we'll close him down and put him onto his left foot. The left side is where they tended to put a lot of passes together. We want to hard tackle this geezer and close him down. He's got good acceleration, but he's not pacey. So we want to hard tackle him and close him down. So that's got those done. Regan Slater, DM. He's quite creative. No pace though. Left foot. So I'm going to tight mark him and put him on his left foot. Because he is quite a creative little geezer. And then Ozan Tufan. Yeah, he's their main creative. We need to tight mark him too. And put him on his left foot. So we want to mark these boys. If they're creative, always tight mark them. Don't try and close them down. Oh, Traore, I thought he had bags of pace, but he's obviously lost his pace because I think he had bags of pace, didn't he, Traore? Or am I thinking of a different one? And he, again, is a creative player. And so we need to tight mark him and turn him onto his right foot. Stop him being creative, basically. And if you're tight marking him, he's never getting any space, or at least that's the plan. And the striker, he's not a lot to worry about, is he? Finishing composure is poor. So I think we just put him under pressure. I think we just close him down for now and put him on his left foot. Close him down, his composure will go to pieces. Estefan, he's better. So he's quite a good player. Right foot and tight mark him. I think it was his right foot was weak, wasn't it? Yeah, well, reasonable. And I think that's probably it for them. And I'm going with the same team we went with last time. And hopefully we can go and put 2 wins on the bounce. De Ketelaere is rumoured to go to Burnley. De Ketelaere. Shall we have a look for him after? So you think that Duck will go back to Benfica then? Oh, going to the Premier League. Ah, okay. Duck, he doesn't look like, I mean, on FM, doesn't look like he's got the attributes. We need to check Tufan. Do we go hard on him? Tufan. Why does he want to go hard on him? Strong. He's a very good tackler. He's very composed. Why does he want me to risk one of my players going hard on Tufan? The man's a nutter. Go out there and impress me. They're in good spirits. So make me proud. Go and impress me. Go and make a difference. Teller is awful. I can't get Teller to play at all. He's really is he? No, I've dropped him for today and put Brownhill in there. And Hull are coming at us. It easily went past us there. Good tackle. Bayer finds Twine. Nothing happens. Looked all a bit slow and static there, didn't we? We're on a higher tempo. So hopefully we will create chances. We've told our fullbacks to cross it quickly. We've created the only chance, but it's very, very quiet. Hull have pressed down the right-hand side. But they're not really doing anything to trouble us. Bayer with the throw. Brownhill, Bayer. It's got to be quicker. They're not passing it slick. It's got to be much, much quicker. Maybe I need to increase from short passing to standard passing. Maybe that'll get it slicker. What was that? Good Lord. What was that? That was like dreadful. He was like about 40 yards out. Is this going to be another 0-0? I worry with this Burnley team that we're going to just have lots of 0-0s. Really does worry me. And no goals so far in the other games. Quite interesting. 20 minutes gone. Let's look for our striker. Come on, everybody look for the striker. He'll get the goals. That's a lovely ball over the top. Campbell in space. Campbell with the shot. It's blocked. Goes over the crossbar. Rafael Guerrero, Dortmund. Probably would be a good signing if I could afford him. Oh, come on, boys. We've just had 3 shots in 25 minutes. We're going to go positive. Try and break them down a little bit more. Well done. Well done, Westwood, winning the ball there. Let's get the ball into the box early. Don't mess about. That's a good ball. Kirkin. Bayek. Oh, come on, boys. Come on. Their shooting is diabolical. Only 1 shot on target yet again. So with this, what I said before, we have 1 good game. Oh, we've scored! Brownhill has managed to put that one in with his head. We have 1 good game and 1 bad game. And well done Brownhill. I didn't think he was all that tall. How tall is he? Need to have a look at Brownhill, see how tall he is. Can I get to his profile? No, I don't think so. But I didn't think he was very tall, but he certainly got up above everybody to put that one in. Who's on a yellow card again? Stop it. He's off the tackles. Campbell's through. Come on, Campbell. Put it away. Oh, twice he's done that now. But at least he's taking shots, and at least they look like they're on target. They're just getting blocked. So Campbell's doing all right. I'm not gonna change Campbell at this point. He's another player that tends to have a good game and then he doesn't do anything in the next game. But we are totally dominating this match. But it's only 1-0 and that's obviously a concern. And I think now it might be a good idea to come off that. We've established a bit of dominance. We've let them know that they're in a game. But here they come. They do have a chance. It's over the crossbar. Their finishing looks as bad as ours. Oh boy. But we don't know what they're like from set pieces. Should have checked. Always check. How good are they from set pieces? Far post corner, headed clear. Should be picked up by Brownhill. Keep it in. Well done. And now we can mount an attack. Nice. Dervisoglu. Let's break. Let's... Oh, Dervisoglu, what are you doing? It was totally never in control of that ball. Who's playing well? Bayek, Dervisoglu, which is kind of weird. I don't think I want Dervisoglu dribbling. Tell him to... I can't tell him to dribble less. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't want him dribbling out there. I think the fullback's got the measure of him. We're totally in control of this game. They are not a threat in the slightest. Dervisoglu again. Kirkin. Now you've got to get it into the box quicker, Kirkin. No dribbling. He's gone trying to go down. Turns again. Westwood. Bayek. He's not going to score from there. Chance again. Bayek needs to get to that. How can I stop Bayek? Let's have a look. What can I do to stop Bayek? I'm going to put him on a defend duty. Take fewer risks. Shoot less often, yeah. I'm going to put Bayek on a defend duty. It's the only thing I can think of. He's wasting. You're capable of even better. If we can win this, though, then we will start to put pressure. Emil Holm. But if you, are these are all real life players, are they? Let's get this second goal, boys. We have to get this second goal. Come on, boys. Come on. Free kick. Twine. Now, is this going to be your first free kick goal? No, it isn't. He's hit the crossbar. He's getting closer, though. We have put him on free kick training. He's getting closer. Cardiff have gone a goal up against West Brom. So Cardiff are 3 points behind us now. Norwich are losing to Huddersfield. And Dervisoglu's got injured. Fantastic. How many injuries am I going to get? I don't have anyone who can play out there. Teller can play. Twine will have to go out there. Scott Twine. Westwood, can he play up there? No, he can't. I've got to stop letting my I've got to stop letting my assistant manager setting the bench up. He's messed me up again. Who can play up there? Brownhill? Yeah, Brownhill can play up there. Who can play on the wing now? Teller. Always, guys, if you're playing this game, never, ever let your assistant manager set the bench. And he always sets the bench. You've always got to go over it. I'm a big fan of Harwood Bellis. I like Harwood Bellis. I think he's a very good player. And even in real life, he's going to go on and become a very good centre-back. For me, he's got what it takes as a young kid. Oh, that's better. Bayek's playing a lot better now. He's on a defend duty. He doesn't have to roam around so much. Brownhill playing as the shadow striker now. Nice ball. Westwood. Brownhill 2-0. And that's better. That's much better. Passing it around. If we get it close to goal. And I think we've made 2 changes today, which have made all the difference. Or 3 maybe. By getting the fullbacks to cross it more often rather than dribble, that's made a big difference. By getting them to pass, lifting the tempo has made a big difference. And I think the other thing, putting the winger as a wide midfielder has made a big difference as well. And that's why I've contributed to scoring goals now. And it comes out to Bayek. Bayek, there's another good ball into the box. It's working nicely now. Sometimes you've just got to tinker until you find it. It's usually something small. Comes out to Brownhill. This is much better. Passing it around. It's really crisp. Picking up loose balls. This is nice. Into the box quickly. Twines in space. Turns. And then Kirkin decides to lose his composure. I'm a big fan of Howard Bellis. I like Howard Bellis. Very, very good player. And we're still attacking them. I need to make some changes in a minute. Here's Bayek. Bayek to Bayer. Westwood. Bayek. Kirkin. That's better. If they learn to pass the ball around like this, we'll score lots of goals. Bayer. But Bayer decides to have a shot. And he's not very good at finishing, and I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. Is he on... Yeah, he's on shoot less often as well. Corner comes in. We're totally taking Hull apart now. Twine. Howard Bellis decides to take one. Let's make some changes. I don't know what's happened to these boys. What are you doing? So, Dervisoglu, wonder how long he's going to be out for. Who's not playing well? Let's bring Matson on, if we can. Egan Riley can come on. Campbell's having a poor game, but I'm just going to let him run. Dervisoglu was the other player that could play up front. We want to change the midfield over, if we can. Cullen can come on for Westwood and Bastian for Bayek. And then we're done subs-wise. Check the opposition. Pelkas. Close him down. Hard tackling left foot. He's not much of a threat. Let's just take him out of the game. Close him down. Hard tackle him. Left foot. Danny Namaso is not the most creative player in the world. We'll just close him down and turn him onto his left foot. Now we'll tight mark him and put him on his left foot. And that's it for their subs. I think we can pretty much relax now. We're 2-0 up. We're dominating the game. We got fresh legs on the pitch now. Well, not yet. Bayek's still on there. Twine looking good today. Although he's only got a 6.8, but he's looked good to me, and his off the ball has been really good. Another example there. Kirkham back to Twine. Penalty, referee. Was it a penalty? Yes, it was. And Brownhill steps up. Brownhill makes it 3-0. We've scored 7 goals in this episode. I don't believe it. I got a funny feeling, Ethan, that United will be going for Kane. I've got a funny feeling, yeah. Desperation more than anything. I would... Egan Riley has taken a knock. We've still got 18 minutes left. I don't want to take him off at this point. He still looks fairly fresh. What I do want to do with him, though, if he's taken a knock, we'll just get him to close down less, ease off the tackles. I don't want him hurting himself. So you can just, like, stand off him. But Hull do have a chance, and that's gone harmlessly wide. God, the goalkeeper nearly gave me a heart failure then. He just, like, didn't move for it. He was obviously very confident. And Norwich are 2-0 down now. And that's, maybe, I did say at the beginning, is it a Brownhill hat-trick? Are you sure? Yes, it is. It's a hat-trick for Brownhill, playing as a wide midfielder. Oh, boy. Well done, Brownhill. What's his rating? He's got a 9.1 at the moment. I'm going to come back now to a balance, because Hull are coming back into this game now. They're starting to cause us problems. Ball into the box, and they have scored. And it is 2-1 now. And I'm going to berate the team. They've gone off the boil here. This is not good enough. And I'm not quite sure how Hull have decided what they've done. Problem is, we know they will change their style of play. But what have they done? This is what we can't work out. I don't think we need to panic. We're absolutely dominating this game. That was just a fluke. Let's call it a fluke. It could be that Egan Riley is injured, and that's hampering him in defence. But we're not doing very well in terms of closing them down. And they do have another chance. And what I need to do, I think, is step up. They need to step up. We're not doing a very good job of closing them down. They're giving them far too much space in the middle of the field. Cardiff are winning. Norwich are losing. It's got back to 8 points now. So anything can happen. If Norwich lose again, go into a bad run, then suddenly it becomes 5 points and they're under pressure again. Brownhill hat-trick, I know. What can you say? He's like, couldn't hit a barn door before, even if it fell on him. Egan Riley, just get rid of it. Don't run with it. Just get rid of it. Bastion, into the box. Let's get it into the box. Nice shot, but a good save. And Campbell's having a poor game today, but I don't mind. He's got a lot of goals for us since he's come. He's allowed one bad game every so often. Thankfully, though, Brownhill has been the man of the moment. And that was poor. Who was that? Good header. It was Cullen, wasn't it? These midfielders are not very good for Burnley. Brownhill, Cullen, Bastion, they're not great midfielders. Or at least they're not playing like they are. McNally is a good player. That's a nice ball through to Brownhill. Brownhill looking dangerous again. Ball into the box. Another chance. Scott Twine. Finally, Twine has scored a goal. And we are 4-1 up. And that'll do for me, Tom. Excellent. 4-1. That means we've scored 8 goals today and conceded just 1. That's a good run of form. And those little tweaks that we did to the tactic, I think they've worked. We're getting the ball into the box a lot quicker. And those little tweaks with the fullbacks and making him an inverted winger. Brownhill's come into his own as a wide playmaker. He's come into his own hat-trick. So that little tweak has done the world of good. And sometimes you've just got to be persistent until you find it. And that's it. That's full-time. Hull 1, Burnley 4. Excellent result. Brownhill 9.8. Awesome. Howard Bellis 7. Scott Twine 7.5. Only 3 people played really well, but that was a very, very good win. Very, very good win. Yeah, and an assist. And so we've closed the gap to 8. As Norwich have lost. If they lose another one, be interesting to see who they've got next. Stoke, Sheffield United will not be easy for them. And then they've got Middlesbrough, QPR. They're not easy fixtures. If they lose another one, then they will only be 5 points clear. Of course, providing we keep winning. And we have Blackburn next. So they lose against Stoke, but Stoke are in 19th. But if they go into a downward spiral, lose another one, and we win, 5 points suddenly puts the pressure on them. More importantly, though, we're 3 points ahead of Cardiff, who will not win all their games. Dervisoglu, 4 to 8 weeks. Oh, my God. Riley, 12 to 2 weeks. Oh my God. So what does that mean in terms of who I've actually got left? Do I need to rest these players? Do I need to rest them? Yeah, probably. Let's give them a rest. He doesn't need a rest. None of the others need a rest. Cherlanoff should be coming back to fitness though, hopefully. Let's rest those boys for one day. So we're doing okay, and that today has meant we've gotten 3 victories on the trot, and with today we've scored 8 goals and we've conceded just 1. Excellent. Really cool form. Okay, Ethan, I'm just gonna wrap it up here, I think. Just an hour and a half today. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, Carla. Although there's only me and you, Ethan, here at the moment, I think. And the chat's gone completely. I don't know what's happened to the chat. It's completely disappeared. Streaming with... chat's back. It's suddenly come back. Oh yeah, what's his name? De Kete. He's here. Charles de Ketelea. That looks like him. Attacking mid. Oh, he looks like a bit of a player. 34 mil. Haha, like I can afford him. He is a good player though. You can see immediately he's a very good player. He could play up top or attacking mid. Who does he play for? Plays for Milan. Came from Bruges. Hasn't had a good season for Milan this season. 2 goals, 2 assists, 24 appearances. 34 mil for him seems like a big price tag. And Emil Holm. Let's have a look. Emil Holm. Emil Holm. Fullback. Decent. Finding a fullback who can cross is always difficult. Looks like he's a fullback rather than a wingback. 22 years old. He actually might be a good signing for me here at Burnley. Might be worth scouting him. He is... he's got decent mentals. They're not great mentals, but his physicals are good. He would make a good fullback, I think. Good dribbling, good crossing. Needs to improve a little bit in terms of his dribbling, and his first touch could be better. Tackling could be better, and his technique could be better, but he could develop at 22. Yeah, he would be a decent player, Emil Holm. Very cheap, yeah, and I think he could play fullback quite well. And looking at what we have, the only decent fullback I've got is Bayer, and he's going to go back. He's going to go back to... Connor Roberts just isn't cutting it at the moment. Bayer is playing very, very well. And Matt Lowton is playing dreadfully at the moment. So I probably will have to bring in a fullback or two when it comes to the summer, if I'm still in a job. At the moment, we just got to focus on this. Maintaining second place. Trying to put pressure on Norwich. We were 13 points behind at the start of the episode. We are now 8 points behind. Rafael. Where are you getting all these names from, Ethan? Rafael Guerrero. Left back, 44 million. Oh my God, I wish. If the board give me 100 mil, I'll bring him in. Very, very good player. Technique, passing. Has a long shot on him. God, that would be so useful. Crossing is brilliant. Dribbling, brilliant. Good at corners. Takes a brilliant free kick. Great anticipation, composure off the... Yeah, but 44 to 54 million. When's his contract run out? 25. No, not yet. Not yet. Dortmund. Okay, I'm going to call it a day, Ethan. Thanks for coming in. I do enjoy seeing you on these live streams. Does make my day, because sometimes if you weren't here, there'd be nobody in here. So thanks for coming, Ethan. Glad you're enjoying it, and good to see you. And I'll see you. I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm gonna go to work now on Machine versus Man, and I'm gonna do a few more hours on that before I get something to eat. So I will see you soon, Ethan. Have a great weekend, and see you soon. Cheers, Ethan.